Look, the first 48 hours of someone joining your email list is critical. We have to build a massive amount of goodwill, give people a reason to continue opening our emails so we don't waste the email we just collected, and the oh so important first offer to make sure that you do actually make sales and don't shy away from whatever awesome products or services you have to promote. Hey, I'm Jason, faith-based entrepreneur and marketing geek. Timestamps below, along with some other helpful links and resources, including a link to our funnel template pack that has our top converting funnel pages, email campaign, course framework to help you go from idea to sales in just a few days. Now, irrespective of what your email marketing, funnel, or list growth strategy is, the first 3 to 5 emails are what we're going to call our rapport sequence. And so all we want to do here, no matter how they joined our email list or what for, we'll get to the actual emails in a moment, we want to empathize with whatever their current experiences are, positive or negative, expand on the dangers of not taking action, and that's not taking action to get the results that they want or overcome some roadblocks or struggles that they're currently facing. And this is important because we need to energize them to take action. And of course, the action being purchasing whatever your product or service is to get the results that they desire and overcome the roadblocks that they're struggling with. More on the email details in a moment. So here's a breakdown of how this actually plays out. The first email is going to be the free gift. So whatever we offered for free in exchange for them joining our email list, we got to send it to them, right? Just right off the bat, we need to build trust. They gave us their email address and they're like, I don't know, this might be another scammer who never gives me what I asked for, which is like 5 out of the other, 10 times they've signed up. So we just need to give them what they asked for. And then emails 4 through 5 are actually going to drive traffic to whatever your sales message is. So email number 2, we're going to choose a big roadblock that's in their way, debunk some myths, show them that it might not be as big as they think, or the way to overcome it so they can enjoy the results they really care about is not as daunting as they think. Then email number 3, we're going to use a hero success story to empathize with whatever their current situation is and essentially say, hey, I was in the situation you are now, or I've had clients or coaching students who were in the situation and they were able to achieve the results that you are looking for, you being the email subscriber. I realize there's you and they, and okay, let's just move on. And then the final 2 emails in the sequence, of course, are going to be a little more overt and upfront that, hey, I've got something really cool that I think is going to help you. And that's just talking about benefits. And then, of course, going through a final energized call to action with email number 5. Now, I really like pairing this strategy with a countdown timer on the sales page. So I send it out over a 48 to 72 hour period. 72 is kind of long, but it just depends on the price point of the product. And again, all of these emails are designed to get people to go to the sales page, and the sales page is what does the heavy lifting of the sales, which sounds silly, but we are essentially in our emails selling them on reading the sales page, and then the sales page sells them on purchasing the offer. That might seem self-explanatory, but I have had coaching students in the past who have like an essay in their email, and you go, wow, no, 300 or 500 words max, right? We're just getting people to the sales page. And that's all we need to do with the rapport sequence. Now let's take a deeper dive into these 5 emails, of course, kicking things off with our free gift email. Now this one, it's vital that we don't do any sales pitches. We just give them what they ask for, right? Whatever the lead magnet is, whether it's a PDF, a planner, an audit, maybe you did some sort of special training or a resource guide, whatever it is, just give it to them. That's it. No sales pitches here. They ask for something, we give it to them, transaction complete. So we, of course, want to make sure that we deliver whatever it is that we offered them for free on our landing page in exchange for that contact information. Then number 2, we actually want to encourage them to use whatever the lead magnet is, right? We need them to consume and engage with the lead magnet so we can demonstrate that we can be helpful, right? And of course, we also want to reaffirm their decision and say, hey, this lead magnet really is going to help you achieve whatever it is the lead magnet's designed to do, or, educate them, give them some sort of secret, give them some sort of quick win so they feel a sense of momentum in whatever journey that they're on. That's all we're trying to do with the lead magnet. Because if the lead magnet falls flat on its face, if it stinks, they're not going to read any of our other emails. Because after all, if we give them garbage for free, why would someone think that our paid products would be any better. And so if you want some ideas for lead magnets, link in the cards and the description for more on those. So that does it for email number 1, super simple and basic. Email number 2 is the first time we're actually going to link over to our sales page. So this is the big roadblock. And with this roadblock email, we're going to make 2 big assumptions. I know it's awful to say we're making assumptions with sales and marketing, but every once in a while we break the rules. So number 1, we're going to assume that our lead magnet knocked it out of the park, that they consumed our lead magnet. They were like, okay, this person actually wants to help me. They didn't give me some garbage PDF that GPT whipped up in 10 minutes for free, right? Like it was actually valuable. So we have some goodwill. And then number 2, we want to assume that they actually want to solve the problems that they're facing and actually want to put in the effort and work to achieve the results that they desire. I realize that kind of seems self-explanatory, but yeah, some people just like complaining and don't actually want to fix the problem. So, of course, the first step is admitting you have a problem, but I think that's a totally different topic. So let's jump into this. So the first thing we want to do is present something that's getting in the way of the results that our ideal customers ultimately want. And so this could be, they not enough time, money, experience. Those are the typical roadblocks people have. So we want to think about what's the big result our paid offer solves. And then if someone was to complain and say, yeah, but I don't have enough experience, or I don't have enough time, or I don't have enough this, or I need that, like whatever someone would object to actually making an effort to achieve what they care about, which is what your product solves, that's what you want to address in this email. So, time, money, experience, those are the 3 biggest things in most niches. So one of those or some combination of those, you say, hey, look, I know you want to be more successful with your Facebook ads, but you just, don't have the time to learn, or maybe you don't have the analytical experience, right? Or you feel like your budget is way too small. Whatever the excuse is, or valid or not, for not being successful with the Facebook ads, right? And then we want to present some sort of myth or lie, right? So we present this in a way saying, hey, you've probably been told you need more money, you need more experience, you need more time. But actually you don't. And so that's where we go into the new way. Now you can always pause on the graphics. You can tell I paraphrase these a lot. I don't memorize per se. So the whole point of this email is we present that roadblock. We position some advice they may have heard in the past as a myth or a lie. And then we allude to, hey, we have a new, better, easier, faster way to get around this roadblock so you can enjoy the results that you ultimately want. And so that's all we do with this email. And in the PS section, we'll say, hey, check out the link here to XYZ offer that will help you overcome this roadblock, right? And again, we're not selling the offer. We're just talking about something they're struggling with and presenting a new or different way to get the results that they want. And of course, that's our paid offer, right? So then email number 3, I can keep track here, is going to be our hero success story. Now, what's really important here is we are empathizing with whatever situation our ideal customers are currently in, right? So think about this especially works well if you have a business where you've actually gone through the same struggles your ideal customers have, or you have a client or previous student, hopefully, that's gone through similar struggles. And so essentially we're just doing a hero story of kind of like rags to riches, but not ridiculous like we see on most webinars where, oh, I was homeless and broke and $300,000 in debt. And then I read this book, or this random person gave me the magical stock trading formula, and now I'm a gazillionaire, right? Like we're not going to make up silly stories like that. But the first part of this email is going to set the stage, essentially painting a picture of where you or your client was, and that situation should be similar to whatever your ideal customer is facing. And this could be as simple as, I spent $2,000 on Facebook ads. It had been 3.5 months, and I was just staring at my screen wondering why on earth I couldn't get any sales out of this thing when so many other people looked like they were being successful, right? Like that's boom, stage, set, done, right? And that actually came from the first couple months of wasting lots of paychecks on Facebook ads. That was not fun, right? So we set that stage, and then we go into the turning point and mechanism. I'll speed up here because I'm starting to ramble. But essentially we say, hey, I was in this situation. here's the turning point, or here's kind of where I shifted my thinking, or I tried something new, or something new was introduced to me. And by the way, this new thing, whatever it was, whatever revelation, strategy, tactic, method, is part of whatever your product or service is. And that's where you transition to, I had this turning point. This is what I found. Now, what's really important with this email is don't be vague. Like, be super, super upfront. Like, I figured out that it wasn't actually my ad targeting at all. It was that I was writing terrible ads and I needed to focus more on my customers and less on talking about all the features that were awesome in my coaching or consulting, right? So tell them what the turning point was. Tell them the revelation. Tell them that big golden nugget that allowed you to shift from the situation of I'm not successful to on the path to being successful, right? And so it's impossible to give away too much in this email. That's essentially what I'm trying to get across here. So once we've done that, we've gone through an empathizing story, we are ready to energizing them to take action by letting them know the benefits that they're after, the results that they're after are way closer than they think. And so with this particular email, we're going to get a little salesy. We're going to be honest and say that we have something that we think is going to be helpful to you, right? So we don't go say, hey, buy now, 79% off for the next 10 seconds. If you don't click the link, you're a complete idiot or moron, right? Like, we've seen really hard sales emails. Can kind of get ridiculous. But here, all we're going to do is we're going to look through our product or service and we're going to pick out one big result that it delivers, right? It could be the biggest one, or it could be one of the top 5, right? And we're going to say, hey, when you join our course, when you purchase this ebook, when you copy our template, you're going to be able to get results quicker than you could on your own, right? It'll be a little more finesse than that, but that's essentially what we're doing here. So we call out a specific mechanism here. And for example, if we were doing an ebook, we could say something like, the strategy that you're going to learn for writing compelling Facebook ad headlines on page 7 is really going to be a game changer because it's going to help you with your click-through rates and ultimately lowering your cost per conversion, or whatever benefit that would provide to them. And so keeping with our Facebook ads example, when we go to the final section here, I think I've mixed up those first two, but you can always pause and read the summaries if you're like, Jason, you are just rambling all over the place, is energize, right? So with energize here, we're not going to have a strong call to action saying, so buy this now at $17.99 or whatever it is. Actually, we don't even say the price here, right? Because we're going to let the sales page do all the value building and the discount and offer drop or whatever. With this energize, we want to say, and you can enjoy the same results, or I want to help you do the same, and essentially say, hey, we got this benefit. This is the specific part of the product that allowed me to get that benefit, that result, and I want to help you get the same. Go ahead and click the link below to learn more on how you can copy this template, how you can use this formula for yourself, how you can get the same results that other people have gotten too, using whatever specific thing you're talking about in your offer. And so once we've been really positive with this email, talking about the benefits of our offer and what it can do for people, we're going to get negative. We're going to address the elephant in the room, because we've sent 4 or 3, I can count, we've sent 3 emails so far, and they have not purchased. I'm not counting the first one because we just gave them a lead magnet. So we've sent 3 sales emails so far. They've had a chance to check out our sales page, and for some reason, they haven't purchased. So now it's time to magnify the mess and essentially call out 3 objections that people would have to purchasing, and then try and address why those aren't valid and they really should purchase this product to get the results that they want. Now, something that's interesting with this sequence is we are always I should say writing, but we're typing this up, right? Writing or typing as if whoever we're talking to wants our product, right? And we can be that bold because we know they opted in for a lead magnet. So we know kind of what they care about, right? We know it was on our landing page. We know what's in our lead magnet. So if they care about that, then they probably care about our product or what our product or service has to offer, unless they're completely different things, in which case the lead magnet is wrong and we should create a different lead magnet that's related to our product. But that's neither here nor there. So in this particular instance, we're just going to say, hey, noticed you haven't taken us up on this offer. normally there's one of three reasons people haven't, taken action yet. I like to frame this as taken action as opposed to, hey, you know what? You haven't bought my product. I think it's stupid. So here's why I think you're dumb for not buying it, right? Like we're not doing that. We're always staying in the context of, hey, I think you want these results and this product's going to help you get those results. So maybe it's you think you need more experience and then you go through why people don't. Maybe you think you need more time. You can go through why your product isn't going to take them more time. Unless it's a master course, then that's an objection that you just can't get over, right? Which is why I like templates. And then of course, time, money. Oh, money is the last one, right? Maybe they think they need a bigger budget, right? Maybe the problem isn't that your offer's too much. Maybe they think they're going to need to spend too much in order to be successful. I know for us as a marketing agency, a lot of our objections is, yeah, okay, your course is like $50, $100. I can afford that, but then I don't have like $3,000 or $5,000 a month to spend on ads. And so one of the things we do is we say, hey, yeah, our course is $25, $100, and we're going to show you how to use it with just like $150 to $500 a month in ads. So always be thinking about time, money, energy. Those are always the three biggest objections for most niches. And so just address those. I like to have it like you think you don't have enough experience, paragraph. You think you don't have enough time, paragraph. You think you don't have enough money, paragraph. Check out the offer because it's really going to help you achieve the results that you're wanting or overcome the roadblocks that are in your way. Now, as we wrap up with your rapport sequence, here's an example of what the timing could look like. It just depends on how much urgency you want to build around whatever offer that you're making. So for us, we have settled around 48 hours. And so we'll send these 5 emails over a 48-hour period. And yes, it's a lot, but then we pause, right? So after your rapport sequence, whether it's 24, 48, or 72 hours, you pause and you put them onto your broadcast sequence or whatever the next content sequence that you have. And so this is one of those areas where it's really just going to depend on your funnel and strategy. You can send these out like once a day if your timer is going to be for a couple days, but whatever offer that you're making, especially if it's a digital product, definitely use a timer. There's no downside to it. It creates a sense of urgency and makes offers and discounts that you're making a lot more compelling. Of course, make sure that the timer actually stops, right? Don't just have it reset at the end of every day. Then this totally falls apart. But that is all there is to it, to writing and crafting and of course timing out your rapport sequence. Now you can deploy this strategy 100% free using Systemi.io and the funnel template pack linked up in the description that has our top converting funnel pages, email campaign, which is this rapport sequence, as well as a course framework. So you can go from idea to sales in just a few days. Make sure you check out that link in the description to grab your free copy. So thank you so much for watching. Sincerely hope you have some ideas of what to actually put in your emails. Hit that like button, subscribe for more marketing guides just like this one. And until the next, keep building the business you love.